this hair loss thing is like happening to you, you want to take a big action on it, but you're not sure how. Well, maybe you need to take your focus, take the attention away from the hair loss for a minute and start to build, start to act in another area of your life. Build momentum in that area.
And you asked me, you know, what was the final push? I think a big part of it too was, and this is something again that's been on a back burner for way too long, but I was like, I want to work on fitness, you know? And so I got this badass trail bike, and I've been biking every day, 15, 20 miles, and I'm racking up all these stats. I love, you know, the different apps and ways you can monitor. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I got the Apple Watch. A buddy gave me that. It was like a Gen 1 Apple Watch. And I'm like a big video game nerd. So like I turned this into like, oh, okay, so now my life's a video game, and this is my scoreboard. And so I'm doing absurd, you know, levels of fitness compared to what I was doing prior to getting into it and having the activity tracker on. And then having all of that positive, because I mean, it's like like that runner's high, or just the effect of exercise on your mental condition. And I think it clears you up a little bit. It doesn't, because you're physically exhausted, you don't have time to worry about really silly things that would normally stress you out if you were just sort of stagnant all day. And so I think that really pushed me too, was, man, I'm out here sweating. I'm covered in sweat. I got my bike helmet on. I'm ripping through the wilderness. And all I can think about is like how beautiful these woods are and how much I love this and how I feel. And I'm losing weight and all this. And it's like, well, what else can we work on? This is a cool feeling. Let's deal with that hair thing we've been messing with and worried about for 5-10 years. Let's knock that one off the list.
So guys, here we've got the specific example of John going out on his bike. He got a little fitness tracker. He's out on his bike and he started up a new sort of hobby, a new pursuit, right? He said he was looking at the stats, building up those stats. Okay, I'm going further, I'm going faster, I'm out here in nature, I'm enjoying myself. As you'll know, we're thinking about the hair, the situation, is it falling out, the products, blah, all the time, so much attention on that, but it's almost too much. Okay, you feel overwhelmed, overconsumed by it. When you're in that situation, it's very hard to think rationally about it. You don't know what to do about it. You can't take positive action. As in John's case, right, he jumped on that bike, he bought the fitness tracker, and he started making progress in that area. Now what he felt good, that made him feel good. He was getting those stats up, turned it into something fun, something he enjoyed. He built that momentum and he started to think, right, I'm tackling the health situation, I'm feeling better about myself in that ways. How else, what other areas can I work on? And of course for him, the big one was hair, and I'm sure there's a lot of you watching this video that can relate to it. So the advice in this video, if you are struggling to deal with the hair situation, you've not made progress in it for a long time, you just feel overwhelmed by it, start something else up, totally unrelated to hair loss, right? Could be a new hobby, a big one, an easy one for most people to get into is some aspect of fitness, whether it's running, cycling, anything like that. You can get stats from it. Stats are good, stats are fun, right? You can track your progress really easily. You can see on paper that you're making progress, and that feels good. That is going to really allow you to build this momentum, build this positivity that we're talking about. I've started running recently, which is something I hadn't done for ages, and it is honestly quite motivating, just trying to beat your time from last time, even if it's just by a little bit, a few seconds, or run just a little bit further. You can set goals in that stuff, and we talk about these things a lot, you know, setting goals, working on those things. For a lot of men, the hair loss, right, taking control of that is actually the activity that then gives them that positivity to spur them on to do bigger and better things. But we can also use this to take action on the hair if you have been struggling with it for a while. You know, maybe you just need to put those tools down for a second, right? Just kind of take your mind off these, take your mind off it. You know, yeah, you watch these videos, you watch people shaving their head, and it gets you really motivated, gets you really riled up, gets you excited for it. But if you have been doing that stuff and you've kind of thought, I still have not got the sort of confidence, or you don't think you got the confidence to take that step yet, maybe you kind of just need to remove yourself from, you know, focusing on the hair and on shaving it off. And like we're saying, build momentum, build positivity in another area unrelated to the hair loss, and allow those positive vibes, if you like, to transfer back over to the hair situation, and really act on it. This positivity, this momentum that you're building in an area completely unrelated to hair loss can directly transfer over to you positively dealing with the hair situation. You can take action on it and never look back. Guys, I had to share this one with you. I really hope it helps some of you out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like. And these bad boys still available for about another 7 days. Link first one down in the description box if you want to rock a sweet t-shirt, hoodie, and support the channel at the same time. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. As always, we've got so much more to come, loads more stories, loads more thoughts, loads more little tips like this to help all the guys out there get through balding once and for all. I will see you in that next video. Goodbye.
Get some turtlenecks, you know, just get weird with it, dude.
Yeah, just honestly, just enjoy it. You're like hitting the reset button here. You know, this is like, I'm done with the bullshit I've been putting up with for all this time with the hair. Like you're like, it's a line in the sand, and going forward, it's like, it's all positive. Like, I'm going to work at this. I'm going to change this. Maybe I'll get a little bit healthier. Maybe I'll set some new goals. You know, you don't have that baggage. You don't have this baggage anymore.
Yeah.
You're just, you got all that freedom, all that energy, all that like new, think about all the time that you've spent like worrying about it or having it on your mind. That's got that you can just throw that out now because there's nothing there to be worrying about anymore.